Your media, where you are.
Hi ladies, I'm Cleo Johnson and welcome back to another episode of SheEO. As we close out Women's Month, we are going to celebrate women in engineering. And today I've got Faith Diketane from Leoka Engineering. Welcome, Faith.
Thank you for having me.
So let's jump straight into it.
Yes.
As you know, I'm not from the industry, I'm a creative. So maybe just take me through why you chose engineering.
My journey for choosing engineering just starts with my parents. They are originally from Limpopo, so education has always been a priority for them. They never really had the opportunities that they presented to us. So during high school, my dad would organize construction site visits for me to go to, and I would look at structural elements. I would identify them on the drawing, learn to read drawings. So that geared me and made engineering grow more inside me. So that's what actually just got me to do engineering. My parents played a huge role in that decision, and the support that they have given me was tremendous.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And, looking at STEM specifically,
Yes.
and for our listeners and those that are watching that don't know what STEM is, it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it's actually quite an integral part of our society at the moment because it really is very critical for South Africa and its development. So I think maybe, for the younger girls who don't really have involved parents or teachers who are pushing them in that direction, can you maybe give some advice for them that are perhaps maybe curious or don't know that much about the industries itself?
I come from Tembisa, and mostly you would find young girls that find themselves in high school, going to school, learning all of these things and being interested to learn, but don't know where to go. And some wouldn't really have the support that I got from my parents. My advice to them is go for it. Do not be afraid. You instill fear in yourself before someone else instills fear in you. So engineering, normally a lot of people would see it as male dominated, but in all honesty, it is historically male dominated. A lot more women are venturing into engineering or into STEM. So if you want to go into STEM, go for it. Don't be afraid. Face your fears. But to all the parents, support your children. You don't have to know a whole lot more about engineering for you to support your children in engineering. My parents knew nothing about engineering, but they knew who they can go to help guide their children. Hence, I got where I am. So don't be afraid as a parent to be there for your child because they are stepping into an environment you are not familiar with. And children, step into those environments. Don't be afraid. Show your capabilities, show your abilities, and thrive.
That is so encouraging.
Yes.
Very, very encouraging. And you touched on such an important point, saying that it predominantly, prehistorically as well, it was a male-dominated industry.
Yes.
So let's look on the other side of the coin, and let's maybe just also look at some of the challenges women do face going into this, because we know it does exist.
It does exist. One thing is that women have natural characteristics that bring about change into different sectors. And with us being natural people, we are perceived as being more kind, more warm. So characters that are seemed to be less of a quality required to be a successful engineer. So the challenges that women face, me on a personal level, I have a small body, I have a low voice, so getting my voice out there, giving instruction, interacting with my male colleagues, it tends to be a challenge because you feel like you are not heard, you feel like you are not taken serious because you're a woman, because you carry such natural characteristics which actually add value to the company, to the project, to whatever you are involved in, but it takes a whole lot more energy and effort to get them out there.
And that's so important. I think we've seen over the years, especially with women also stepping into CEO positions.
Yes.
And that, they always speak about the emotional intelligence side of things. That often our male counterparts lack, or it wasn't really instilled in that industry or in that company.
Correct.
So I definitely do think there's a lot of value and strength that lies in, I guess, what they would call soft skills.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's really great. And again, like I said, I'm not from the industry, so let's maybe look at what your typical day looks like. Because give us your title, because I know sometimes we have a title and we're not quite sure what that entails.
Yes. So I'm a project engineer at Leoka. I'm currently involved in 3 active projects. One project, I'm an engineer. Next project, I'm the project manager. Then I'm doing proposals, engineering as well. So my typical day actually requires me to plan a lot, schedule my day. And in the morning, it's about meetings, catching up with project teams. How far are you guys with our deliverables? Are we ever going to be late? What's causing the late deliveries? Communicating with clients, communicating with any external consultants that we are working with. It's all about communicating, basically, at the end of the day. Writing reports, that's another formal way of communicating with the clients. Mr. Client, this is what we are experiencing. These are the challenges that we are facing. These are the risks that we foresee. Can we have some time? Discuss all of these and see how we can mitigate them. Then sit down with the team again. Okay, let's reroute. Let's do this. It's all about planning. It's all about writing reports, updating schedules as well. Which activities are running late? You just the eyes and ears of the project. That's the typical.
It really sounds like you wear many hard hats.
A lot of hard hats. But other than that, then you will go to proposals where you get tenders. You have to go through those tenders, and then we start planning again. Who's going to do what is Faith going to do, when is this tender due, by when should we finish? So it requires a whole lot of planning, and it requires a lot of deliverables that you have to meet at a particular time.
So I actually love what you say, because as you're explaining everything, I'm just you're actually the driving force behind a project being really successful.
You are, because you have to make sure that you are within budget. You have to make sure that you deliver on time. If you are not delivering on time, you need to communicate very effectively to your clients, to your project team, to your project sponsor, actually. And then you also just have to make sure that whatever that goes out, whatever drawings, whatever designs, they have been checked and they are of the quality that a client would know from Leoka Engineering, I'm getting this type of quality. So you have to oversee all of those things.
Sure. That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot.
But, again, we always see, I guess, the big ball and, everything just kind of seems all come together. But
yes.
Maybe just tell us, what is the favorite part of your job or part of your day?
I'm working for a forward-thinking company that is super supportive and values and recognizes their employees. So that in itself is super exciting. The support that you get brings so many opportunities because you are pushed. They believe in you. There's no, I can't do this. No, they believe you can do it. And that confidence that you lacked, it gets that boost. When I spoke about parents boosting you in your early stages, at Leoka, you continue that boost in your career path. So I love that the most. As well, working with a variety of people, working in a variety of projects, you get to learn a whole lot. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put my hands dirty and all of that. So getting that opportunity at Leoka Engineering is phenomenal.
And I love what you mentioned, that they're very forward thinking. And I think where, I guess, the world is going and just, work in general, you need that agility, you need that innovation.
Yes.
So I think maybe in closing, and I'll just ask the last question, what are some of the hopes that you have for the future of engineering?
We are moving into a world led by a lot of technology. Technology is growing in essence. So engineers are required to gain that technological knowledge. You need to incorporate environmental sustainability and all of that. So what I would hope for is inclusivity, diversity, so that women can also engage in all of those. We shouldn't back up because we feel, no, my male colleague can do much better than I am. Having that broad space to learn should be a space and a foundation for all males and females to learn and thrive. So, and I believe that as women bringing our natural instincts, we will be able to work very well with our male colleagues and bring fresh ideas, bring diversity that makes this sector, the STEM sector, such a blooming field. That's my hope for the future. Mm-hmm.
So for, the kids that are in high school, yes, what is the route? What do they need to study to pursue a career in STEM?
Okay, so while you are in high school, the one thing that you need to do is consider maths and physics. Those are your core subjects, and make sure that at least you excel in them. You are rest assured that you will get that entry level to university. During holidays or whenever there's an opportunity for you to go for a career day at a university, go for it. But before that day, make sure that you know which faculty you want to merge into. Do you want to do finance? Do you want to do engineering? Or do you want to do medicine? So that on that day, you focus on the faculty that you want to land into. You don't spend most of your day going into medicine, whereas you want to go into engineering. When you get there, you will find people that are in the faculty in their early stages, in their intermediate stages, or are already at their advanced level in that faculty. They will be there to guide you on what steps you need to do. Are you not sure? What is it that they can help you with? Another thing you get to learn is that university will have a counseling department. That's where they give opportunities to students who find themselves in a faculty, get lost in the way, and then they just want to maybe jump onto a different faculty, and they are able to give you counseling on what is the problem, what could be leading you to that decision of changing. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to look for opportunities. Go out there and look for opportunities.
Brilliant. Absolutely love it. Faith, I want to thank you for your time today. I mean, you highlighted to me how, for younger girls, they should be encouraged to just go for it. Don't let fear take over. And you know what? That the future of engineering is really bright, considering where it's going. Yes, there may only be 16% of women now in engineering, but for the future, and I guess with the drive in high schools and that for women to pursue STEM,
yes,
we definitely have a great future here in South Africa.
We do.
So I really want to thank you for your time today, and all the best for the rest of the year and the many hard hats that you have to wear.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you, your media, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Amazing. And to our watchers/listeners, I want to thank you for your time today. Please comment in the box below and like and share. And till next time, stay bad.